Your hard copy right there.
People are looking at me like they're rock stars. They are. You're amazing. You really are. I'm so proud of you guys. So don't worry about it. Only on NCTV they want that door. That one, yes. How much wood could a woodchuck use? How much wood could a woodchuck use? How are we doing the next circle?
Welcome, welcome.
Meg?
Rory, what are you doing here? I guess we're hosting the film festival together.
Yay! Let's start the show. Let's get this
Party started.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's what I was gonna say. I've never met.
Anyways,
Now back to the show.
welcome to the New Age Film Festival hosted by New Canaan High School. My name is Rory McCarthy,
And I'm Megan Brunner.
and we are senior film students who will be hosting tonight's program.
We are so grateful to have had 63 entries from 5 amazing schools.
Special thanks to Sacred Heart Greenwich, Weston, Danbury, and Brian McMahon, and our filmmakers at NCHS for participating this year.
The New Age Film Festival is a celebration of the various wonderful talents from across Fairfield County. It not only gives the students a way to express themselves in a creative fashion, but it also allows others to view and relate to their work. This year's film festival has 5 exciting categories of entries: narrative, animation, documentary, PSA, and open entry. There's also a special section of awards devoted to a viewer's choice in each category.
Here tonight, amongst all of you, is a very, very famous director. It is I.
Rory.
I'm kidding. We all know the real famous one here is Malcolm Slaboff for the questionable camera work in Harry Lee's Leaving New Canaan.
But
Keep my wife's name out your mouth!
I
boy.
wasn't expecting that one.
Ooh.
We should get back on track. Tonight we have the best filmmakers and actors right here in Fairfield County, from the likes of the Harry Lee to the competition of Sacred Heart Greenwich.
We also had an excellent and experienced pair of jurors who decided the outcomes of the films we will see here tonight.
Pete Vandal, a filmmaker, writer, producer, and editor for ABC, also an NCHS alum and resident of New Canaan, was our juror for the documentary and PSA section.
We also were lucky enough to have Tom Oliva, the executive director for the All-American High School Film Festival, as a juror for our narratives, animation, and open entries. Thank you both for your time, thoughtful perspective, and critical eye when watching and jurying all of the films that were submitted.
Okay, so before getting into the fun and exciting part about the evening,
We have to be serious for a moment, as this information you're about to hear is important to anyone who has or has not been here before. So listen up.
the ground rules for tonight. We will all see a brief reel of the nominees for each category. Then, Megan and I will be inviting up members of NCHS Film to introduce an award for each category. Before screening each of the awarded films, we ask that the student filmmakers, or someone who's attendance on their behalf, come up and receive their statue. Before sitting down, we will take a quick photo, so make sure you smile big for our photographer. Say hi to Miles. Hi, Miles.
We know what you must be thinking. Oh my gosh, a picture? Yes. Just kidding. It will be a quick photo, and we need to see those beautiful and handsome smiles.
Everyone has one.
Quick story. Rory and I have been taking film for most of high school with our amazing teacher. But this past year, our film class, which piloted the NCHS's first ever Yukon Early College Experience class for film and video editing, was a group of 6 students. We were less students and teacher. Instead, we were more a film family. A filmly, if you might call it that.
And now, without further ado, we'd like to bring up the amazing teacher we were just talking about,
Mrs. Sinsky.
Thank you, and good evening. Thank you, Megan and Rory. I just want to shine a really quick spotlight on these 2 incredible seniors. They have put in an incredible amount of work, planning, and preparing for tonight. It takes a lot of courage for all of them and all of the presenters that you're going to see here tonight. Bear with me, my allergies are getting the best of me this week. But I want to thank you both for always putting in everything that you've got, girls. You've made a huge impact on our film program and on me personally. I'm really proud of you both. I'm also proud of all the students who've gotten involved and chipped in to make this year's festival a reality. They sometimes don't have a choice. It takes a lot to get this thing off the ground, and I can sometimes get a little overkill, especially with delegating and all of my emails. This year, somehow I managed to get a district-wide text invite sent out somehow. Not sure, honestly, how that happened, but it seemed to have worked. So thanks you to everybody who is here in our room tonight and watching from home, who have come out to support our student filmmakers. Parents, teachers, friends who are here, the people who help produce and help our students make these projects happen. You know who you are, and without you, we would not be here tonight. Amongst other fellow art and media teachers out there, I'd like to thank specifically Ellen Stewart, David Pisani, and Leah Principe, who are always inspiring their girls at Sacred Heart Greenwich. Ellen, we've been collaborating for almost a decade. I can't see you right now, but I know you're in here somewhere. It's just so exciting to see what's happening with your students each year. And also I want to thank all of the other schools who are here who are participating tonight. The students from Brian McMahon, the students from Danbury, I don't know if they could be here or not tonight, but also from Weston High School. It takes so much courage to submit to something like this, and especially outside of your district. I give you guys all tons of credit. NCTV is once again live streaming our event here tonight, so thank you to all those involved behind the scenes with our broadcast. Some quick shout outs. Roman Cebulski, who helps with teaching all of those broadcasting students. Claire Pirelli, behind the scenes, always there, coming in when we need her. Adam Sabo, who's behind the scenes, and Malcolm Sabloff over here for spending their senior internship with me and our film program, making all of the small and large details come together. A quick thank you also to our sponsors, Club Sandwich and Pinocchio Pizza of New Canaan, and also Tom and Nancy of Crown Trophy in Norwalk for building these beautiful statues for us every year. Josh Cutler of Lighting and Design Group has been here all day with his assistant Sky, and they've been, working really hard to transform this room. And as always, it's magnificent, and we are so fortunate for you guys to be coming back every year, year after year. So thank you both. Finally, I'd like to thank the Fritz Eager Foundation for Art Education for your generous support of the adjudication process. So thank you to all of you. So before I get to the jurors, I'd like to chime in about the types of films, the stories, and the productions that were submitted. This year, the entries really pushed the envelope. Tonight, you're going to see film projects that not only captivate, but broke the rules a little bit this year. Taking those kinds of creative risks isn't necessarily a bad thing, as long as you're being safe and you're consciously considerate. It's something that I actually encourage in my classroom. Some of the content in tonight's program will make you laugh, it will make you feel pride, it will make you want to cry, and possibly squirm in your seat a little bit. But again, all good things when considering the purpose and intention of storytelling on screen. Before we get to the films, we do have a couple video messages that we're going to play from our jurors who unfortunately couldn't be here tonight, but they wanted to share these with you. It's an extremely busy time of year, as you all know, and both Pete Vandal and Tom Oliva, who are in the midst of their own deadlines, committed hours and hours to watching and studying and responding to the works that you submitted. Pete even came to our high school in the spring and shared some important advice to young filmmakers, which you'll hear in just a moment. I too believe in his message that when things get hard and when there's a struggle, that's usually a sign that you're on the right path. So again, thank you all for your time tonight, and I'd like to introduce our festival jurors, Pete Vandal and Tom Oliva.
Hello, New Canaan High School film students. This is Pete Vandal. I came in a couple weeks ago to visit your class. I had a great time. Was really inspired by all of you. I too am a graduate of the class of 1999, and I think I said when I was there visiting you guys that I didn't have any program like the robust program you have today. So it was really great meeting everybody. I had a great time watching all of your beautiful films. They're very inspiring, and just wanted to tell you guys that I'm really proud of you. Keep up the great work, Keep making more work. The only way to get better is to keep practicing. Go out and shoot and edit, make mistakes, fail, learn from your mistakes, and you'll get better and better and better. Always have a positive attitude. Always show up early. Always stay late. Always be there for your other crew members, other colleagues that you work with. Just be indispensable. And also, remember, sound is more important than video. We hear stories first. That's how humans have heard stories. They hear them. So make sure your sound is good. I'm really proud of everybody. I had a great time judging your films, and I hope to work with you in some way in the future. I'm local. I still live in New Canaan, and I'm always happy to help you in any way that I can. Thanks so much, and thank you for this opportunity.
Hello to everyone at the 2023 New Canaan High School New Age Film Festival. My name is Tom Oliva. I am co-founder and executive director of the All-American High School Film Festival, the largest student film festival in the world. It was incredibly awesome to be part of the judging process for your 2023 festival. I was impressed with the films that I watched in the categories of narrative, open entry, and animation. Your dedication to video production and storytelling was obvious, and it was an absolute pleasure to watch your talent and your creativity unfold on the screen. Regardless of whether you win or lose tonight, you are already on a path to success because you're producing content and creating stories that you care about. Stories with the ability to make an emotional connection with the viewer and to make a real impact in our society. So keep doing what you're doing. If you're interested in checking out our festival, you can head over to hsfilmfest.com. The fest takes place this October 20th to 22nd in New York City, and we would love to see you there. Submission is open for our festival until July 3rd, so certainly not too late to submit. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Best of luck, and most importantly, never stop creating.
Narrative films allow students to artistically express stories through conflicts, characters, and style.
Each narrative film requires a commitment to creativity, direction, and craftsmanship, all of which are apparent in these projects you're about to see.
Since there are only a handful of animations submitted, they will be presented with the narrative entries as well. Animation tells a narrative story, and we will see a combination with live action, stop motion, and digitally rendered storytelling brought to life.
We present to you the nominees for the narrative and animation categories.
Anonymous by Patrick Russo, New Canaan High School.
Barney and Murph, The Pincident, Henry Hiladic, Alex Russi, and Brooks Thompson, New Canaan High School.
Who could have done it? I mean, none of it adds up. There's no motives, there's no evidence, not a single suspect. It would be plausible to think a ghost did this.
Alright, let me pull out my notepad. I gotta get some notes down.
Well. Looks like we found our suspect.
I've never seen that pin before in my life.
You sure? Not a Gordie Howe signed pin?
Never seen that. Come on, Barney. I'd never do this to you.
If my mom taught me anything, it's to trust no one.
Barroom Butcher by Nate Coleman, Weston High School.
Yeah. I really do love her.
See, I need dreams.
Yeah. I want to go to med school. I think that's really the only thing I have going for me.
Compassion by Bill Austin, Weston High School.
Are you coming?
What are those?
Those are the accomplishments of everyone you aspire to be like.
Dear Journal by Kelsey Wilkins, Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
Character journal has responded to her entries.
Deletion by Adam Sabo and Eric Zhao, New Canaan High School.
Dull Love by Henry Stein, Timmy Galaretta, Yennefer Martinez, and Owen Ditlevson, New Canaan High School.
Yeah, I hate and love. I have a hate and love relationship with construction. I love the team because of its players, and I really haven't produced a good outcome. Maybe it's the coaching. It probably is the coaching. If I'm gonna be honest, I love all the players though. You know?
All right, dude. What does this have to do with AB?
I thought you were over her.
Dude, I just broke up with her.
Home by Lauren Smith, New Canaan High School.
Homecoming by Bella Nardis and Ella Breitenbach, Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
On the soccer ball and throw it back to the boys.
Hey boys!
Hoko? Man, what the heck?
Obviously, with a pounding headache, Mikey did not end up saying yes to her proposal. So June decided to go after his friend, Nikki.
Lil Moore by Anna Bragason, New Canaan High School.
Look for the Light by Emily Gillen, Andrew Witowski, Kyla McGovern, and Costa Negron, Brian McMahon High School.
Last forever. If words could make wishes come true, I'd save every day like a treasure, and then again I would spend them with you.
Mom, do you think I look pretty? Maeve Dempsey, Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
Lipstick looks so good on me.
Muffins by Jane Murphy, Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
How are you? I hope we didn't catch you at the wrong time.
No, don't worry about it. It's funny, my secretary didn't say anything about this. I'm not that kind of secretary.
Anyways, how are you? I'm good. I just wanted to ask you some questions. Yeah, don't worry about it. Shoot. So, who was that?
Oh, she's a nobody. She works for me.
Patch by Olivia Murata, New Canaan High School.
Superlative by Ellie Furman and Brianna Timlin, Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
The Lunch Mob by Adam Sabo, Eric Zhao, and Aaron De Chiara, New Canaan High School.
Here are the cards. Tell me what I need to know on May 1st. Alright, fine. I got some friends, okay? Giuseppe, Giovanni, Ronnie. Great guys. Giuseppe, real stand-up fella, okay? Giovanni, smart. Ronnie, he wouldn't touch a fly. What about the cards?
Oh, really exciting. We have so much talent submitted here tonight.
No kidding.
There are 5 awards in this combined category. We would like to invite Eddie Rogers and Harry Lee to present the Narrative and Animation Awards.
I apologize for my outburst earlier. Very sorry. Outstanding Narrative Story is awarded to the film that demonstrates the strongest writing, planning, story, and script. Okay. And the award goes to Compassion by Bill Austin of Weston High School. Bill Austin? Okay, come and collect this after, I suppose.
Think of anything, can you?
Who the hell are you? How'd you even get in here?
Kind of rude. Hi, Wilbur. I'm Liz. Nice to meet you. Been around, been in and out. I'm mainly just here as like something for you to like bounce off of, project off of, way for you to cope.
Wow, I must be going like crazy. Are you even real?
No, not even a little bit. Entirely fictitious, entirely in your head. Not to repeat myself, coping mechanism. I'm mainly here to help you out with, you don't really have a title for it, so I don't know what to call it, but kind of don't have anything. You don't do anything.
Oh, I have. It's just, it's not good. I don't like what I make.
I had to cross over through your mind to get here. I gotta show you it now. I gotta show you what you should be. It'll help. Are you coming?
What are those?
Those are the accomplishments of everyone you aspire to be like.
And that over there?
That's your accomplishments. Everything you've done.
They're small and insignificant. And there's so many of them.
Of course they are. Wilbur, why do you think you're good enough for something good?
I don't. You're right. I don't. I'm not good for anything. That's why I'm not satisfied with anything I do.
That's great, Will. You'll finally be doing something actually worth your time.
Liz, you've been trying to destroy me, aren't you?
Of course I am. I'm you, aren't I? Don't feel bad, Will.
I'm not as bad as I think, right? I mean, I'm still getting better. I mean, it's not like there's nothing here I like. I don't have to listen to you. You're not me.
Yeah, sorry. Outstanding cinematography in a narrative is awarded to the film that exhibits the strongest camera work. And the award goes to Baroom Butcher by Nate Coleman. What?
What's your name?
Grace. You?
Hello. I'm Kate. So where's they from?
Well, I was actually born in Connecticut. Moved to New York, lived there for 4 years. So my now I'm here. So, what do you do for work?
I study human behavior. I find it really fascinating, like the human. What do you say if we go outside?
No, I'm good.
Come on, it's so loud out here.
No, truly, I'm fine.
So you got any family?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who?
Yeah, I got a sister and she's got a kid.
Close that kid?
Yeah. I really do love her.
That's sweet. So you got any dreams?
Yeah. I want to go to med school. I think that's really the only thing I have going for me.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
What?
Do not make this a scene.
What?
I'm sorry, Grace. I can't help it.
Outstanding narrative editing is awarded to the film that exhibits the strongest editing in post-production. There you go. And the award goes to Dear Journal by Kelsey Wilkins of Sacred Heart. Congratulations.
Who are we truly addressing when we write down the words, Dear Journal? If this journal is a universal therapy line, why do they never reply? Anna reaches out to her journal quite often. She feels as though her friends are tired of hearing her feelings, so she decides to indulge in the comfort of a journal. Anna feels lost, so she attempts to map out her life within these pages. But one day, Anna goes to get the mail, and she encounters something quite strange. this ambiguous character, Journal, has responded to her entries. Hey Anna, it might be a surprise hearing from me, but I'm just here to comfort you. I know you're having a rough time, but writing your feelings away will help. I promise. Journal. So Anna kept writing. Each day she would tell Journal about everything on her mind. And even better, Journal kept responding to her. Anna found so much joy in the responses Journal left her. Journal became her new best friend. Anna would tell Journal how at peace she felt just having a friend on paper instead of trying to reach out to her real friends. But considering the next letter that Anna received, this situation was clearly concerning to Journal, and they had to address Anna's isolation from her real friends. While a journal is always present as a way to release emotions, friends are also always there to listen to you, and Journal understands that Anna needs the empathy that her friends are able to offer her. So, Journal challenges her to stop writing and start reaching back out to reestablish her real connections. Anna is weary of this task, but she's willing to give it a chance.
Right. Outstanding animated production is awarded to the film that exhibits the most compelling story, post-production, and animated special effects. And the award goes to Patch by Olivia Murata of New Canaan High School.
And finally, the honorable mention for performance and production is awarded to a film that demonstrates the best on-screen direction and narrative performance. And the award goes to Look for the Light by Emily Gillen, Angie Rakowski, Kayla McGovern, and Costa Negrin of Brian McMahon. Yeah, you take it. Here you go. Congrats.
It's happening! I'm trying!
You know what Dad used to say to me? No matter what, always find something to fight for.
Thanks, but honestly, I don't need your advice. I can handle my problems perfectly fine on my own.
I know. I'm just trying to help you. I mean, I understand what it's like to have to go through all
But it's different. I'm not you. I'm just trying to live my life, and I don't need you to be so overbearing on me.
Overbearing? Seriously?
That was the wrong word.
I just want to look out for you.
I know. And I just want to be my own person.
I get it. I'll let you live.
A breakout of infections from an unknown fungus is slowly spreading across the United States.
Currently reporting from Boston Charity Hospital, where there have been police reports of over 150 people dead or unstable.
I don't know what the f*** is going on. People are burning down cities and storming government buildings.
Government officials are working quickly to create safe zones for those who are determined as uninfected.
Scientists say there could be no cure for a fungus of this kind, as it is constantly evolving with the rising of the climate across the globe.
My neighbors are dead.
The global death toll has now reached well over 1,000.
Those who are reported as quote-unquote unstable are being placed into a lockdown facility for having unhuman-like, dangerous behavior.
Someone needs to find a cure for this curse immediately.
What are we doing?
I think we can find a place to sleep in that house, no? Like, it looks pretty secluded.
Run down.
Well, it's good enough.
Okay.
Just stay behind me, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh my god! What? What was that? Holy shit! Kill that thing!
let's get out of here.
If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you. If I could make days last forever, if words could make wishes come true, I'd save every day like a treasure, and then again I would spend them with you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with. If I had a box just for wishes and dreams that had never come true, the box would be empty except for the memory of how they were answered by you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with.
Well, if we keep heading in this direction, we should reach Wyoming in about 2 days. There's a whole town of people out there. Food, running water, electricity. I mean, I heard it on the radio. It has to be from there.
What if it isn't? We came all this way, and what if it's for nothing?
Well, I mean, it's worth a shot. Like, there could be someone out there who could help us.
I am so done with this. I'm tired of following you around. You always think you're right, and you never listen to me. And I'm done. I'm done.
What? I'm sorry, do you want to die, or am I being too overbearing? Look,
I can't with you.
I'm not forcing you to do anything. I'm just doing the logical thing right now. Fine. I don't want to ditch you, but if you want to fight off one of those things on your own, go ahead. I'm going to Wyoming with or without you. What is that? What is this?
You already know.
No, 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 no.
Mom always used to say? Look for the light.
I found this in the barn.
Next up, we have the documentary category.
Now, before you go sinking into your chair and drifting off into the documentary dreamland, we need to warn you that some of the films you're about to see are really and truly captivating. They are not told in the stereotypical way, and instead personalized interviews and creative storytelling take center stage.
You're right, Meg. And let's not forget, there's some pretty important filmmakers in this upcoming reel. Us.
Yeah, you're right.
Here are our nominees for the documentary category.
A Breath of Fresh Air by Rory McCarthy, New Canaan High School.
Our whole philosophy is, as I said earlier, is nature-based education. That doesn't mean we're always teaching, it has to be all about nature, but you're using that as your classroom, as their learning space. And so one of the big core values, obviously, is having a connection with the natural world, but it also promotes your social and emotional growth and strength.
A Generational Gift by Julia Randolph, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
Calmed me and also given me confidence. You know, knowing there's an escape, knowing there is a place to go where you're comfortable and happy, and it's unbelievably accessible.
The outdoors is the most incredible classroom for both personal and professional growth.
A World of Pink by Jacqueline Franco, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
An ever-changing movement that we've created with survivors, by the survivors, to make me a better woman and a better person, and to understand what women go through in the reality of breast cancer and breast cancer treatments and healthcare in general.
An Idea by Ellie Furman and Callie Rignieri, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
2012. I sold it that spring, and it was published in the fall of 2013. In the beginning, I would enter contests all the time, partially for feedback and partially for glory, and I won many of those early romance writing contests.
Arte de Lagrimas by Nadia Borgia, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
Show that there are people who are interested in surviving and wanting to live at peace, that they are human beings with feelings and with desires and with dreams. They have visions about the world that could very much inspire our understanding of ourselves and others.
Beekeeping by Brianna Timlin, Ryan Hodge, and Mia Ritosa, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
Which is very light. So spring honey is apple blossoms, all the fruit trees that are blooming, and dandelions. And then you have fall honey, which is much darker. So each beehive needs to make 60 to 70 pounds for themselves.
Born to Run by Daphne Fallon, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
prosthetics is getting to be there in the moment with them and getting to see their reactions, because I was that same person just receiving a blade to live the life that I wanted to. So to have it come full circle is really such a special moment for me.
Coffee for Good by Claire Pirelli, New Canaan High School.
I'm Abigail. I graduated from New Canaan High School in the year of 2008. I really love working at Coffee for Good because I see people, I get to interact with them, I served up snacks and drinks. It's a fun experience.
Competing for the Gold by Megan Brunner, New Canaan High School.
Life literally sparkles during the season for me, and it feels like I never want it to end.
Swimming as a sport, even though it's the most watched Olympic sport, there's something to be said about the fact that, you know, it only happens once every 4 years. Sort of gets lost in the mix of a lot of the other sports.
Golden, Mia Rotosa and Grace Villar, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
Very important cell. It's actually the one that we harness for our immunotherapy. If it goes to lymph nodes and grows into a mass, we call that T-cell lymphoma.
Next 2-3 years, I went through intense radiation, chemotherapy, as well as combination therapy.
Influencing Society by Catherine Dodman, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
Coastal inspired living, and I share with women how to achieve that life that you don't feel like you need a vacation from. When I graduated college, I started working right away in finance, and I really didn't like what I was doing because there was no creativity in it.
International Women's Day, Alexandra Walker and Payne Sfredo, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
To look up to and to be inspired by, even people in our own school community or people in the local community that they can look to, ask questions, and use as mentors going forward.
Morocco Trip by Peyton Sfredo and Eva Wilkerson, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
To learn more about what they have been exposed to in the classrooms.
There were so many highlights of the trip, but I'd have to say that the biggest one was the camel ride in the Sahara Desert. I mean, there was a sunset, just spending time with everyone. It was just so memorable, seeing the clear stars above. It was just incredible.
Now I Understand by Vika Fromzel, New Canaan High School.
Россия для нас была хорошая жизнь, потому что у нас было много друзей, очень симпатичные друзья. Квартира у нас была хорошая. Мы были независимы, так что нам было, в общем-то, неплохо. Хотя внутри сам политический строй и законы, все было не очень удачно, но мы жили как бы свои.
Out of This World by Olivia Caponiti and Lindsay Benza, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
Great observatory that we have on campus to conduct my research. The last asteroid that we looked at was named Lanzia, and we discovered 2 dips in the brightness of the light curve, which is unusual, and so we corresponded with the International Occultation Timing Association, and we got it confirmed that we found some sort of abnormality in that asteroid.
Platone by Jude Antonu, New Canaan High School.
You have a section on human rights in America, and you have a portrait of the Little Rock Nine. How do you keep a human connection with such a large group?
My job is actually to create a connection with people.
Remembering David by Kate Gillespie, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
Home here in Armonk, New York, to where he was born in Cork in Ireland. So that was 3,481 miles. So what I did was I set up a website which had all kinds of information about leukemia and about David and a bunch of photographs, and there we could have information on various events, one of which was the walk to Cork.
Swirled Up by Torin Witek and Tessie Filicetti, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
During the pandemic was a huge challenge, obviously. But
staying open during it was really, really challenging. Even now, a couple of years down the line, things are still not as great as they should be, and it's just hard to kind of keep up with the times and stay afloat and run a business every day.
The Backstory of the MLB by McKenna Kelly and Ryan Hodge, Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
Explore a little bit because they're all new cities to me at least, and then get breakfast, then head to the field around 12, and from 12 o'clock you're getting lunch there, getting your workout in, you have a practice before every game, come back in, shower, eat again, you don't go hungry.
The Carver Center by Claire Kavanaugh and Lori Stark, Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
Gets food in people's homes, but there's also nutritional and educational component. We teach them about shelf life and the difference between expired food and used by or best by food. We look at different avenues of using products that perhaps otherwise they may have no idea.
The Good News by Maggie Marshall, New Canaan High School.
Gave the viewers a look at the brighter side of Chicago. Chicago's a gritty city with a lot of violence and sometimes dirty politics. And my stories, I think they'd watch my story and they might say, oh, that's fun, that was interesting.
The New York City Cat Coalition by Dua Khan and Brianna Timlin, Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
I had a street cat that I fed every day and loved very much. Somebody got a little jealous and they poisoned him. And I watched this cat die, and he was jumping up in the air like 2 stories and screaming. It was so horrible. So that's when I decided I wanted to do whatever I could to help cats.
The Scarlet Fund by Emma Langer and Ainsley Clough, Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
And I participated in the walk, which is a walk around Central Park, which is usually like in person, but has been virtual for the past couple of years because of COVID. And then I also have done the car drive with the Scarlet Fund, which is
UNICEF Club Documentary by Lucas Prom, Benjamin Schultz, Alan Sandoval, and Joel Galarza, Danbury High School.
As a class, and I would like to see those events done further so that we can become united.
I feel safe.
Upon Return by Devin Jordan and Emily Sedgwick, Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
Wars and gone into war zones, is it really something you think about all the time? Is this a dangerous place? Do you think you could get injured? Do you think you could get killed? And I think in many ways when you go to those areas, you don't really think that deeply about it. I think it's
Sing Long Bao by Lee Vance, New Canaan High School.
职业武术运动员，曾经的法国国家武术队和希腊国家武术队主教练。我的名字是邢龙宝。
It amazes me the amount of real stories that can be shared through documentaries.
I couldn't agree more. Please welcome the presenters for the documentary category, Lauren Smith and Susanna Rittenberry.
Outstanding Documentary Interview is awarded to the documentary with the most compelling interview considering camera work subject, style, lighting, and technique. And the award goes to Upon Return by Devin Jordan and Emily Sedgwick of Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
I'm Bob Woodruff. In 2006, on January 29th, I was the anchor of World News Tonight at ABC, when suddenly everything changed in an instant.
Heading up to Camp Taji.
Since I'd been covering wars for a while, I was assigned to go over to Iraq because at that time was the peak of the war. A lot of people ask me, if reporters that have reported about wars and gone into war zones, is it really something you think about all the time? Is this a dangerous place? Do you think you could get injured? Do you think you could get killed? And I think in many ways when you go to those areas, you don't really think that deeply about it. And it's always in the back of your mind that something horrific could happen, but most people that I know that covered wars don't really think about it all the time. When I was hit, there was a improvised explosive device, an IED, that was detonated off to the left side of the tank, which completely hit us with rocks and metal, me and my cameraman who was doing a stand-up over the top of the tank. And it completely shattered this part of my jaw, my scapula on the back. If I didn't have body protection on me, I would not be alive right now. If I did not have a helmet on, I would not be alive right now. But we were hit, and I fell into the tank, and I was unconscious. When I looked up at my producer, I said, "Are we still alive?" He says, "We're still alive." The Army came and got us into helicopter while the insurgents were still opening fire. Took us to Balad where the surgery happened. They removed 16 centimeters of my skull because my brain was expanding. And that was off for the next 4 months until they finally put it on. I was then unconscious for the next 36 days before I finally woke up. I had what's called aphasia, since I was hit on the left part of my head. The left part of the brain is the one that is the area for memory and words. And that's the one that was damaged with me. So sometimes it's difficult for me to remember names because there's no synonyms for someone's name. That was the biggest thing I need to recover from. And I couldn't even remember the name of 2 of my 4 kids. I couldn't remember the name of our country. So many people wanted to do something for the veterans who served. So we created the foundation that would essentially raise the money to support the veterans. That was our mission. We thought it would last for about a year, but now it's been ever since 2007 when we started it. We've raised almost $100 million now, and it's going to continue. You know, I think of all the things that happened to me since I was hit, I think this is the most fulfilling thing I've ever done in my life. You know, it's interesting that when my little twin girls were about 5 years old when I was hit, and shortly after I was recovering and back again, my little baby, Nora, one of the twins, came up to Lee and said, "Mom, you know, Dad still has those gross, disgusting rocks in his face." And Lee says, "Well, don't worry, they're going to be disappearing." She goes, "And Dad's back is all scarred up. It's really gross." And she goes, "Don't worry about it. That's going to get better too." And she goes, "But you know what? I think Dad loves me more than he did before." So maybe that's true too. You know, maybe I think you feel like you have this one last chance to stay on the earth that you maybe had a really damn good chance you were going to leave. And so I think there's a love of life that escalates a bit when you do come out of a crisis.
Outstanding cinematography in a documentary is awarded to the documentary with the most outstanding cinematic videography. And the award goes Platon by Jude Antonew from New Canaan High School.
One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now over to Polly.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now,
blah, blah, blah.
Now back to me, blah, 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 blah.
Okay, we're ready. What's your name and what do you do?
My name is Platon. I'm a photographer, but really my job is to connect with people.
I was looking at your website, and you have a section on human rights in America, and you have a portrait of the Little Rock Nine. How do you keep a human connection with such a large group?
My job is actually to create a connection with people. First, photography is not the most important part. It's the human element. So with the Little Rock Nine, that was a really difficult shoot. We decided to fly in all the members of the Little Rock Nine back to their high school where they once made history many, many years ago. And I remember we got them all in line, and you can see their Gothic high school in the distance. And there was a woman in the middle of the group, and her name was Elizabeth Eckford. And she had her head held up rather awkward like this. And I just thought, it doesn't really get in line with everyone else. So now you have to go back to the late 50s when they all went to this high school. And Elizabeth was 16 years old, I believe, and she was going to her school one day, and she got separated from all her friends, and she gets attacked by an angry mob of white mothers. And it is the most disgusting, shameful part of American history you're ever going to see. So roll on many, many years, and she's standing in front of me. And I shouted out to her, "Excuse me, would you mind lowering your head a little? Because it looks a little awkward and I'm trying to get everyone in balance." And she changed and she said, "Young man, don't you ever ask me to lower my head. I hold up my chin high with pride because of what we did." And at that point, they all looked at each other. They all raised their heads together up to her level in pride, and then they all held hands. And I got a picture of that. And she said, "You've got to understand that this photograph is not just a picture of elderly people standing in front of a school. This picture is about our struggle to fight for justice and equality in American society."
Outstanding documentary production is awarded to the documentary whose production creatively stands out from the rest. And the award goes to The Good News by Maggie Marshall of New Canaan High School.
I'm honest when I say this. I think that I probably got about the best job in the business. I really do. I think the big thing about a feature story is that it's a story about you and me. They're not stories that will shake the world today or will be on the front pages. I don't think you have to get killed to get on the news. Why can't you just be doing something interesting? If someone told me that he had a more interesting job than I did, I think I'd go do a story on him.
One thing I'd never had any interest in was being a television reporter, and that's what I ended up doing. And I'm not quite sure how it all happened, but it did, and it turned out to be a fabulous career for me. I was at Channel 12 in Milwaukee for 2.5 years, and then at Channel 7 WLS-TV in Chicago for 50 years.
Frank is our broadcast bard, our witty wordsmith, our storyteller extraordinaire, celebrating Chicago day after day. The serious news you see here was balanced by a mathy features full of creative humor, clever prose, self-deprecation, and warmth.
Well, I like to think that my stories gave the viewers a look at the brighter side of Chicago. Chicago's a gritty city with a lot of violence and sometimes dirty politics. And my stories, I think they'd watch my story and they might say, oh, that's fun, that was interesting. And I would also do stories where I would become involved in the stories. And sometimes they turned out to be fairly humorous. Like the time there was a new roller coaster at Great America, just north of Chicago. And I rode the American Eagle, and it just turned out to be very funny because I'm not a good rider of roller coasters. It was pretty funny, and the viewers thought it was funny too. And I always enjoyed making the viewers smile a little bit, to give them a break.
Now it's time for Zorber the Geek.
And at the end, I was very proud of what I had done. I'd learned so much how to put stories together, and I never did stop learning.
Frank Matthew, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Honorable mention for documentary story awarded to the documentary with a compelling. And the award goes to A Generational Gift by Julia Randolph of Sacred Heart Greenwich.
So he was a peculiar man. I mean, he was certainly really smart, but he had his ways, and he stuck to them.
He was also, loved being kind of a ham and a comic and kind of a life of a party. My father was born in Austria, but to American parents who were over there working as expats at the time. As he grew older and as he had kids, every vacation we did as a family was the outdoors.
I'm pretty sure that my father's love for the outdoors originated from spending so much time in Austria. And in particular, his family used to travel to a small mountain village in the Zillertal Alps called Meyerhofen. And Meyerhofen is a valley right in the midst of the mountains where you can't escape doing mountain things.
Probably the two biggest outdoor adventures my father talked about regularly was one, his trip in Nepal, and they were going to hike up the base camp Everest back in the 80s, and that's about 18,000 feet. He ended up getting altitude sickness and didn't make it all the way to base camp Everest, but made it pretty far through the Himalayas and from Kathmandu and toured a lot of the great peaks of the world. At the base, and the other trip I remember was climbing the Matterhorn, which is an iconic peak in the Alps. It was hard to grow up with my father in our household and with our family without at least being exposed to the outdoors. So I think, my love from the outdoors was kind of ingrained from an early age, just being exposed to it.
And my father was always one for encouraging a spirit of adventure, a spirit of risk-taking.
And then Mark, was exposed to Knowles National Outdoor Leadership School, and he became an instructor there. And when I was 14, I did my first Knowles course, and then I did bike tours where I rode a bike across the country. So I would spend a lot of time in tents and sleeping bags and outside, and that was just part of growing up, and it was very normal for us.
From a very young age, I was always wanted to expose my kids to being outdoors in a way where they gained this appreciation that sometimes you have to do hard things in order to get great enjoyment. It's what our family calls type 2 fun, which are things that are really, really unpleasant in the present, but tremendously satisfying once you've completed them.
Probably the biggest exposure I don't want to say pushed on them, but encouraged them, was their first Knowles trips. My son Reed started at 14, and then my daughters did their first trip at 16. I think the access to the outdoors has calmed me and also given me confidence. You know, knowing there's an escape, knowing there is a place to go where you're comfortable and happy, and it's unbelievably accessible.
The outdoors is the most incredible classroom for both personal and professional growth. I can't emphasize enough how important it's been to me and what a gift it was that my father gave me by introducing this to me.
Congratulations to all of our winners so far tonight. Let's give a huge round of applause to them and to all the nominees we've seen. It's now time for a 10-minute intermission where you can stand up, walk about, purchase some more concessions to support our film program, and use the restroom if needed just outside the Wagner Room.
Our intermission will also feature a special musical guest from NCHS, our good friend Harry Lee, performing a cover of I'm in Love with an E-Girl. Give it up for Harry.
Okay.
All right, Harry.
That is the worst setup mic I've seen in my life. Yeah, okay, here. Hello, everybody. I'll be playing us some tunes. Well, it's 2:45 p.m. Wake up from snoring, open DMs, can of Red Bull by the bed. Vape is charged and Snapchat's red. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? She's beauty, she's grace. She has a profile picture of an anime girl's face. Just a single message more sends her rubbing up my Ethernet cord. I wanna be the guy they'll go with. Meanwhile, I'll find other people to talk with. 'Cause you like me, and I think you're a maniac. Let's skip to the good bit. Let's consummate our internet connection. I'm in love with her, I'm in love with her, I'm in love with her, with an e-girl. I'm in love with her, I'm in love with her, I'm in love with her, with an e-girl. Mum took away my PS4, so I punched a hole through my bedroom wall. I'm not aggressive, I just ooze masculine passion. And did you know I've also got depression? Self-diagnosed, thought I should mention. I thought you could be the one to fix me. I wanna be the girl you find stalking your affections. Your social media scoured, you seek police intervention. 'Cause I base my ideals on obsessive media. And Maybe if I act like them, you'll respond to my emails. I'm in love with her, I'm in love with her, I'm in love with her, with an e-girl. I'm in love with her, I'm in love with her, I'm in love with her, with an e-girl. Mum took away my PS4. I've said it so many times before. How can I live on if I keep on collecting? These every little slights and insurrections, constant pain in every dimension. My body weeps, disbelief head suspension. I wanna be the guy that you find stalking your affections. Your social media scoured, you seek police intervention. 'Cause I base my ideals on obsessive media. Maybe if I act like them, you'll respond to my DMs. Thank you. That was my first time performing solo live. Thank you, you've been great. I mean, Malcolm, I think you might know this one. Wait, what is it? I'm trying to figure it out. Riding on your motorcycle, watching on the ground beneath your draw. I don't remember it. Yes, you did. Riding on your motorcycle, watching all the ground beneath you draw. You kill yourself for recognition, kill yourself to never ever stop. You broke another mirror, you're turning into something you are not. Don't leave me high, don't leave me dry, don't leave me high, don't leave me dry. Drying up in conversation, you will be the one who cannot talk. I forget the rest of the words, but I'ma keep singing, 'cause it's pretty fun. You broke another mirror, you're turning into something you are not. Don't leave me high, don't leave me dry, don't leave me high, don't leave me dry. It's the best thing that you ever had, the best thing that you ever had. It's the best thing that you ever had, the best thing you've had's gone away. So don't leave me high, don't leave me dry, don't leave me high, don't leave me dry, don't leave me high. Don't leave me high. Don't leave me dry. Thank you. How much? How long is intermission? How long is this? 10 minutes. When did this start? Keep going. Your hand on his arm, haystack charm around your neck, strung out and thin, calling some friend, trying to cash some check. He's acting dumb, that's what you've come to expect. Needle in the hay, needle in the hay, needle in the hay, needle in the hay. An extra short one for you. You're welcome. Thank you. You've been wonderful. I love you all. Shout out to Malcolm Sabloff. I love you.
I did it.
Everyone, please sit back to your seats. We will be getting back to the festival in just a moment.
Good, you good?
Welcome back, everyone. We hope you enjoy the entertainment and concessions.
The next category is very important: public service announcements.
And just like PSAs you're about to see, we'll keep this short but powerful.
Here are the here are the nominees for the PSA category. An Endangered Earth by Katie O'Brien and Julie Randolph, Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
Dog Safety by Natasha Arakal, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
Don't Trash It by Kate Haggerty and Ava Lillis, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
It Cannot End This Way by Georgia Lillis and Finley Newman, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
Dinner's in the kitchen. I'm not hungry.
Mental Health of Student Athletes by Ryan Hodge and McKenna Kelly, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
Guys, catch the ball.
Nobody by Lila Caruso, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
10. Slap myself on the back for being so sensible. 13. Beat myself up for having been so sensible. 20. Got a haircut. 31. Stressed over a witch lipstick that suits my complexion.
Recharge by Amy Walsh, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
Think Before You Speak by Lauren Drummy, Sacred Heart Greenwich.
Worthless.
Fat.
Vulgar.
Gross.
Ugly.
Nasty.
Hideous.
Trashy.
Ooh, I guess it is true you do learn something new every day.
Mm-hmm. All of these PSAs were very interesting, and I am extremely curious and excited to see which ones will be recognized.
With that, we'd like to invite Madeline Casey and Daisy Marichulo up to present the awards for the PSA category.
Outstanding message in a PSA is awarded to the public service announcement that exhibits the most compelling message. The winner is, and the award goes, Recharge by Amy Walsh of Sacred Heart Greenwich. Outstanding PSA production is awarded to the public service announcement whose production creatively stands out from the rest. And the award goes to Nobody by Lila Caruso of Sacred Heart Greenwich.
1. Counted my blessings. 2. Counted my wrinkles. 4. Manicured my nails. 5. Curtailed my thinking. 9. Ripped pretty pictures out of periodicals. 10. Slapped myself on the back for being so sensible. 13. Beat myself up for having been so sensible. 20. Got a haircut. 31. Stressed over a witch lipstick that suits my complexion. 32. Contemplated suicide.
And the next category, a little drum roll please, Meg, is open entry.
The category of all categories. It's the one category where the movies don't fit in a genre and they don't really make much sense.
Well, they're artistic, experimental, open. So sit back and relax and be ready for whatever genre of film comes next. Change Through Time by Katie O'Brien, Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
East Cottage by Maeve Dempsey, Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
Starting to get tired of pushing them out, and it shows. The siding is old and moldy, the front steps are creaking with every gust of wind, the gutters need to be replaced, the window pane is cracked. Paint is chipping on the cellar door and it's jammed shut.
Explode by Megan Brunner, New Canaan High School.
Her by Henry Stein, New Canaan High School.
NCHS Football by Miles Groper, New Canaan High School.
It's taken over, there's no escape.
Picture View by Mia Ritosa, Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
All the shades of reds mixed with the blues and yellows. How they washed the buildings and trees with a gentle golden glow. You always took pictures. You loved how messy they were, how there was no right one, yet each one was as beautiful as the last.
Pitch Perfect audition scene recreation by Daniela Flores and Grace Gappin, Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
Yeah, yeah, since you've been gone.
Hi everybody, my name is Stacy. My hobbies include cuticle care and the E-Network.
Rocky Recreation by Henry Hladek, Brooks Thompson, and Alex Russi, New Canaan High School.
You're gonna kill him!
Sacred Heart Greenwich Benefit Video by Ainsley Clough, Daphne Fallon, Alex Rivera, and Morgan Sfredo, Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
I'm just beginning, the pen's in my hand, ending unplanned, staring at
Solitude by Rory McCarthy, New Canaan High School.
That Funny Feeling by Kate Haggerty, Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
The Show by Madeline Casey, New Canaan High School.
Breakfast, the most important meal of the day.
Where am I?
Let's make some muffins. And now let's get to those muffins. Sage ham gigas.
Whiplash Recreation by Daisy Marashulo, Susanna Rittenberry, and Lauren Smith, New Canaan High School.
You're rushing. 5, 6, 7. Not dragging.
Why Me by Ryan Hodge and McKenna Kelly, Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
This is so much better. This is going to be such a good post.
Why me? Am I being replaced? Did I do something? Am I the problem? What's happening? Why me?
That was so funny. I think we both Sophia, do you want to come sit with us? Yeah. We saw them being mean to you.
Wow, that's quite a selection we have.
It's going to be hard to pick just two.
I would never be a good judge because I would never be able to make that decision.
I think that's why no one asked you to be the judge.
Okay, well, the one thing I do know is who will be announcing these awards. Please give a warm welcome to our open entry presenters, Olivia Murata and Selena Savage.
Outstanding post-production in an open entry is awarded to the open entry that exhibits the strongest editing in post-production.
And the award goes to Pitch Perfect Audition Scene Recreation by Daniela Flores, Grace Gappin of Sacred Heart, Greenwich.
Zoom 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 zoom. Here's the thing, we started out friends.
It was cool, but it was all pretend.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there's no backup dancers? Okay.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Hello, my name is Elena Kurama. I was born with gills like fish.
Dedicated, you took the time.
Wasn't long until I called you mine.
Yeah, yeah. Since you've been gone.
Hi everybody, my name is Stacy. My hobbies include cuticle care and the E-Network. And all you'd ever hear me say is how I pictured me with you.
That's all you ever hear me say.
Da, da, da.
Since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time.
Jesus.
I'm so moving on, yeah, yeah. Thanks to you.
Thanks to you. Now I get what I want.
You had your chance to blow it.
Out of sight, out of mind. Shut your mouth, I just can't take it.
Shut your mouth, I just can't take it.
No, 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 no. Take it.
No.
Again and again and again and again and again.
Since you've been gone.
Thank you. Performing live gives me such a rush.
Crushed it.
Outstanding Creative Open Entry is awarded to the open entry that creatively stands out from the rest.
And the award goes to The Show by Madeline Casey of New Canaan High School.
Mom? Mom?
Good morning! Come on, sleepyhead. The show's about to start.
What show?
The show! Alright, everybody. Today we're learning about breakfast, the most important meal of the day.
Where am I?
Let's make some muffins! And now, let's get to those muffins. Stagehands, you got us. Next, we add the egg. Next, we want to put it in the oven.
There's no way this is real.
This is all real.
I have to wake up.
You can't wake up. It's not possible.
What do you mean I can't? It's impossible. I have to do something. I have to get out of here.
So, join us next time on the show, where we'll be seeing you very, very soon.
Wow, what an amazing film festival. But all good things must come to an end.
Meg, you're kind of forgetting something. The Viewer's Choice Award.
Whoops. I don't want this night to end. I love hosting, especially with you.
I know, me too. I remember back when we were working in the spooky stroll at the nature center, just together in 6th grade. Now we're here. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, wow, that feels like yesterday. Time does really fly.
But as you were starting to say earlier, all good things must come to an end. So let's end this.
If you say so.
I do. Getting back to the festival, viewers were sent a form a few weeks ago asking you to vote your favorite film for each category.
And since we love and appreciate your opinion and you love to hear our voices, we are going to present the Viewer's Choice Award. Over 300 people participated in this vote, Rory.
Wow, that's a lot. So no need for nominee reels, but we will see the top picks, unless of course it's already been shown. In that case, you've got enough glory for one night and don't need a second screening.
I guess we should probably go over there now.
Yeah, that's a good idea. The Viewer's Choice Award for the narrative category goes to Leaving New Canaan by Harry Lee.
Wait. Pause. Rory, that's the practice envelope.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, Harry.
Sorry, Harry. Bit of a La La Land moment.
Well, with that, the real winner for the Viewer's Choice Award for Narrative is Muffins by Jane Murphy of Sacred Heart Greenwich.
So can you tell us what happened?
I went to go get a muffin this morning, and with my 2 quarters, and it was 75 cents.
It's a pyramid scheme.
Oh, hi. Hello, student body president. How are you? I hope we didn't catch you at the wrong time.
No, don't worry about it. It's funny, my secretary didn't say anything about this.
I'm not that kind of secretary.
Anyways, how are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to ask you some questions.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Shoot.
So, who was that?
Oh, she's a nobody. She works for me.
What would you do if you were a prisoner at Alcatraz?
Oh my god, I love Harry Potter. I'm not really sure.
What's your favorite dish?
Currently a big bowl person.
I heard you're British. Are you a big tea fan?
I don't really do rumors.
What are you gonna do about the muffin issue?
What muffin issue?
The price? It's now 75 cents.
75 cents? Get my secretary on the line. Bridget! Did you hear about the muffins?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me?
Sora, I am not that kind of secretary.
Whoa, touched a nerve.
So, what are you gonna do?
I'm thinking a cute little press conference.
So, you have no idea?
Nope. Oh my god, I have to go. I have a press conference. Thank you all for being here. To be frank, I was shocked that frankly, this was out of character for our school. And frankly, I was disappointed and I knew I had to do something.
So what do you intend to do about this misconduct?
Make a change. This is frankly unacceptable. I know what these muffins mean to each and every student here, and to put it quite frankly, this is a shame, this is absurd, and I have to do something about this. The best thing I can do right now is to amend a system that is broken. To be frank, I intend to speak with authorities as I am currently already drafting a treaty, which I'm gonna get done ASAP, no Rocky.
Who's Frank?
No more questions.
Come in.
Thanks, Sam.
What's up, kiddo?
So, we were thinking, I was personally hoping that maybe, we could lower muffin prices just a little bit.
Okay, fine. I'll see what I can do.
Really? Thank you!
The Viewer's Choice Award for Animation. And the award goes to Hatch by Olivia Murata in Canaan High School.
The Viewer's Choice Award for Documentary goes to Upon Return by Devon Jordan and Emily Sedgwick of Sacred Heart Greenwich.
The Viewer's Choice for the PSA Award goes to Mental Health of Student Athletes by Ryan Hodge and McKenna Kelly. Sacred Heart Greenwich.
The Viewer's Choice Award for Open Entry goes to NCHS Football by Miles Groper of New Canaan High School.
It's taking over, there's no escape. Over your shoulder, don't look away. Get your mind right for something you ain't ever seen. You better get moving, ready or not. Start to go down, here it comes now. Better get moving, ready or not. Start to go down, here it comes now. Get ready. Get ready. The time is right now, no standing still. Only one choice now, battle uphill. Get your mind right for something you ain't ever seen. You better get moving, ready or not. Start to go down, here it comes now. Better get moving, ready or not. Start to go down, here it comes now. Get ready. Shaking, the ground is quaking. Here it comes now, here it comes. Get ready. The fire's blazing, the storm is raging. Here it comes now, here it comes. Get ready. You better get moving, ready or not. Start to go down, here it comes now. Better get moving, ready or not. Start to go down, here it comes now. Get ready. Get ready.
Oh my gosh, I still can't get over all the amazing films that we saw here tonight. Let's give it up for everyone's films as we conclude our festival.
Right. Everyone in this room, filmmakers, families, friends, teachers, should be very proud. This was so much fun, and I'm so glad that we could host together.
Me too. But it's getting a bit late, so we should probably wrap this up.
You're right. But before we go, we need to mention a few important things. First, please use the time right after the show to purchase some concessions for the ride home. Remember, all the proceeds go towards NCHS Film and future festivals.
Second, we need all members of NCHS Film, presenters, award recipients, and our behind-the-scenes crew to stick around for a big group photo up here and also to help with the cleanup. Do not leave without getting a job to do.
Third, this is your chance to take more photos, especially with your gold, in here or on the red carpet. And don't forget to take, as you're snapping your pics, take home that program and your certificate to remember this special, special night.
And lastly, we ask that everyone, even though there wasn't any safe driving PSAs this evening, make sure you drive carefully and get home safe. You've been an amazing audience. Thank you.